Yes, my dear student, I have received so many such type of questions that when I started dealing with this chapter, Unit 3rd, Business Environment, many of the students have asked that, sir, why we the student of commerce are supposed to study the environment? You know, so I first want to answer this question only, that why a businessman or a student of commerce or a manager should study business environment. See, if a student of management or the commerce is not studying business environment, means he won't be able to understand the importance for the management of a company. See, it is very important for the management of a company to fully understand its external environment and develops plans and strategies to deal with the environmental forces. See, if a company is able to adapt to its environment, it would succeed in the long run. But if it fails to adopt to its environment, it might fail in the long run, and so it may disappear like dinosaur. Or you may I will take one example. The understanding and awareness of business environment is must for every businessman or every commerce student. And if they ignore it, or their ignorance about business environment can throw the businessman out from the market, like what happens with the company Nokia. In the year 2003 to 2005, almost in every hand these type of phones were seen, these type of mobile phones were seen. Even I purchased this Nokia 1110. So that was a time when Nokia was so popular, and it was very famous company in the field of mobile phone. There were so many new handset also they come up with, and it was very popular. Like when the touch screen started, the Nokia come up with this type of phone. Then there was a time when almost 50, if you take the 50 most popular handset, you will find that 20 handset are of Nokia at that time. And not only the set, but the market share also was huge with the Nokia. Almost 70% of the market share of mobile phone was in the hand of Nokia only. Then competitors started entering in the market, Samsung, Motorola, and these started reducing the impact of Nokia, and many people started using this type of phone, and they started loving this flip phone. This was very popular at that time. What was happening, the whole over the world, this Nokia's market was reducing, and in American and European market, Apple and Google was growing, and in Asian market, this Motorola, Samsung, and there were other companies which started coming up with the in the market, and Nokia's impact started reducing. Then new inventions came up as a platform for mobile phone, that was Android, and the entire history changed from here in the mobile phone business. So almost all the mobile makers like LG, Samsung, Lava, they all started making their mobile phone on Android platform. And that time also, the Nokia was not ready to leave its own platform, that was Symbian. So they were still holding it, and they were not ready to leave it. And the impact of the Google was increasing. So there was a time when Nokia was a very big company, very big share of the market they were holding, and Apple and Google with the Android, they were very small. But after some time, they become huge, and Nokia was having a very limited market share in the mobile phone market. It is not that they did not identify this change in the business environment. Nokia understood it and Nokia wanted to change themselves. They left their Symbian operating system and shook hand with Microsoft. Huh? And they wanted to make a new come up with in the market once again, and they wanted to become the leader or the number one in the market, but that does not happen. And then Nokia become the history, and finally in very recent time you must have seen in the market that Nokia come up with the Android platform. And but that was, now it is too late for Nokia to come back. So this entire story of the Nokia must have equipped you to understand that if you don't understand the business environment, any company who was holding the 70% market share can come up to 1% or even not 1% market share of the market. So you can be the leader, you can get so much success in the market, and you can become zero also in the market if you don't have the understanding of the business environment. So for a student of a student of business management, for a student of commerce, for a businessman, or for a manager, this is very very important to understand the business environment. How it is going to help a manager? See, a manager can identify the opportunities and can get the first mover advantage. Like Nokia got the first mover advantage in mobile phone. They were the first who come up with the mobile phone, but they were unable to identify the threats. Like when the other companies started coming up in the market, they thought that we are number one and will remain number one, and they were not ready to change themselves. So they could not cope up with the rapid changes in the market, and that actually disturbs the business of Nokia, and they become almost zero in the mobile phone industry. So if you understand the business environment, it will help you in coping up with the rapid changes in the market. You would be able to tap the useful resources, as well as it will help in better planning or policy formulations also. And that's if you understand the business environment, actually it is going to help in improving the performance of the business. So this is how the understanding business environment or study of business environment will help a manager. So this is the importance of understanding or studying the business environment. Now let us understand it one by one. This is a very famous technique, or you can call it the analysis, is called SWOT analysis. SWOT. So basically this is done by an organization, by a person, to understand their internal strength and weakness, and then what are the external opportunities and threats. So these strengths and opportunities are helpful for the organization to grow or the person to grow, and then these weakness or the threats are a harmful thing for a organization, for a person. So these two things, external opportunities and threats, we will be discussing in to understand the importance of business environment. So the first importance of the business environment is that it enables the firm to identify opportunities and getting the first mover advantage. Now these are the two things which are very important to understand, that what is opportunities. For a layman, opportunity is a time, or you can say a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. Or you may say that an appropriate or favorable time or occasion that will help you in attainment of your goal. Or you may say that a good position or a good chance or a good prospect for advancement or success, that is called opportunity. Now in our context, how we will define the opportunities, we'll say that it is the positive external trends or changes that will help a firm to improve its performance. Now let us understand that what is first mover advantage. First mover advantage is actually early identification of opportunities that will help the organization or the enterprise or the person to be the first. Remember this, to be the first to exploit them instead of losing them to the competitors. Now there are several examples where manager can be intelligent enough to gather all those informations to see that what will happen in future, and he may understand it. Like see the right now this pandemic situation is going on, so there is a lot of opportunities to do a lot of things, a lot of business which are online, using the internet. Like so many training institutions have come up with the idea of training people online using the internet. You can do your business, or you may give the options to people in your this pandemic situation to receive the payment or to sell it on online. If you can do this, then only you would be able to survive in this pandemic situations. Take an example for the school. It is like how we are doing now. We have started the online classes, and we are giving the opportunity to our parents also to pay the fees using online system, online methods. Like developing a platform like Zoom would be a great idea at this moment. Now here this is a very nice example of Maruti company. There was a time when there were only two car available in the market. One was Ambassador, another was Fiat. But there was a huge demand of the small car. There were some people in the middle class family, they wanted to have the car, but they were not able to afford the Ambassador or the Fiat car. So that was the time when Maruti came up with a small car segment. And that time this Maruti, this businessman, it means that the businessmen who are able to understand and scan the opportunities of business environment at early stage, that is known as first mover advantage. So they get maximum benefit, or they can capture a big share in the market. They can go much ahead of their competitors. Like this was done in case of Maruti company. Maruti become the number one in the small car segment. They entered at the right time, and they captured the whole market. Then there is one more example which I want to tell you here. This is a very interesting thing to know, that when the Maruti company was planning to sign a contract with Suzuki company of Japan, at the same time the Goodless Nerolec company, who was the first company to understand the environment and to find out that very soon there will be a great demand for car painting in India. And that time no paint company in our country was having this car paint technology. So Nerolec company made use of this opportunity and signed a contract with Kansai Paint Company to import the car painting technology. And when the Maruti started its car manufacturing in India, then Nerolec company got all the car painting contracts of Maruti company. And today also 90% of car paint work of Maruti is done by Nerolec Goodless company. And why Maruti? There are other car company also which is taking the help of Nerolac. So by recognizing and understanding the environment at early stage, Nerolac company got the first mover advantage. Afterwards, many more paint companies got the technology of car painting, but Goodless Nerolac got maximum benefits by recognizing the opportunities earliest. So they got the first mover advantage. This is called as first mover advantage. Recently, you must have seen a very nice advertisement also of the Nerolac paint, and they how they have capitalized this idea in their advertisement. Let us see the advertisement. It's very interesting.
देखो स्वीट्स, तुम्हारे लिए नई गाड़ी।
रॉकी, ये तो वो कॉलेज वाली है ना?
हाँ, फिर भी देखो कैसे चमका के रखी है मैंने।
चमक रही है क्योंकि इस पे नेरोलैक का पेंट लगा है।
मेरी गाड़ी पे नेरोलैक?
मेरी गाड़ी पे नेरोलैक?
तेरी गाड़ी पे नेरोलैक?
चमका?
चमका।
तो अब घर भी चमका ले।
हाँ।
इंडिया की ज्यादातर गाड़ियों की चमक बरकरार रहती है नेरोलैक पेंट से।
चमका।
तो यही ड्यूरेबिलिटी और ब्यूटी आपकी दीवारों पर क्यों नहीं?
चमक तो तुम भी रहे हो।
आप कब चमका रहे हैं अपना घर नेरोलैक से?
So I'm very sure that you must have seen this advertisement. Then there are other companies like Eureka Forbes. They become they took this first mover advantage in the vacuum cleaner market. Same way, there were other companies like eBay in online market, and then Paperfry, the first online furniture selling business, and then PolicyBazaar.com. This is the first online portal which has started selling the insurance policy. Same way, Amazon, they were the first who started selling the books online. So all these companies got the first mover advantage, and they are very successful because they identified the opportunity and took the first mover advantage based on that. Then the second point is that business environment study will help you in identifying the threats. And it gives you the early warning signal, and based on that you should change your business. You remember that the Nokia company got the threat from Samsung, from Apple, from Google, but they could not understand these early warning signal and they did not change themselves, and the result, Nokia become a history. Now it is past. So here threats means what? Threats refers to the external environment trends and changes that will hinder a firm's performance. So anything which can disturb your business is a threat for you. And beside opportunities, we must understand that we should know the threats also, and this only can save you in the future of your business. So it is very important to know the early warning signal, and this early warning signal will help you in changing or coping up with the changes in the market. So this is very important to understand that what are the threats in the market, and the signals which you are getting, these warning signals, you should accept it and take immediately the actions accordingly. Otherwise any company can be the past. Remember it. Third one is that it helps in tapping the useful resources. Businessmen have to supply the goods to market according to the demand in the market. This you understand, this you know. And to supply output, they need input or the raw materials. They acquire raw materials and other resources keeping in mind the output demanded in the environment. They select resources according to availability in environment and demand of output in environment. Take the example with the demand of flat screen color TV, manufacturers are collecting resources necessary to manufacture the flat screen color TV rather than collecting resources for the old fashioned screen or the nowadays as LED is more in use. So the old technology won't help you. These resources won't help you. Take one more example, like the government announced reduction in custom duty if goods were imported from a particular countries. So this will attract the importers to start importing goods from that particular country, as it will cost lesser or it will reduce the cost of the so this is what you have to be aware of. Important to understand that environment is a source of various resources for running a business. And to engage in any type of activity, a business enterprise assembles various resources called inputs like machine, raw materials, power, water, labor, etc. And from its environment, including financiers, government, and suppliers. So they decide to provide these resources with their own expectation to get something in return from the enterprise. And the business enterprise supplies the environment with its output, such as goods, services for customers, payment of taxes to government, return on financial investment to investors, and so on. And the fourth is it helps in coping with rapid changes. You're seeing that the market is changing so fast. Understanding the business environment will not only help you in coping up with the rapid changes, but this changes will help you in adopting the new technology or the intense global competitions which is in the market. You will be able to face that. So a keen watch on the trends in the environment would help to sensitize the firm's management to like changing technology, competition in the market, government policies, and changing needs of the customers also. Take the example like Reliance Industries has always kept pace with the external environment and formulated strategies to avail opportunities in emerging high-tech areas. Like this Geo initiative is really a big hit in the market. You will agree with me that today changes are taking place very fast, and these changes have great impact on business. So it is essential to understand the changes as early as possible. Like see the mobile phone, how it had changed from this phone to nowadays this one. Just in 1885 we were having this type of phone, and now in 2020 we have a smartphone, and the future is like this. You will be having on your palm itself, nothing you will have to carry, everything would be displayed on your palm only, and you will be able to do everything which you do with your smartphone today. So business environment scanning helps the companies to scan and understand the changes with environment scanning. Businessmen make changes in their internal environment also to match the external environment. So environment scanning helps in coping with the rapid changes. So by scanning business environment, like the Ambani brothers, the Reliance, they recognize that today's environment demand very quick decisions. So they shifted from centralization to decentralization, and many such type of decision which they have taken, and they were successful in their business. As we understand that the study of environment not only make you aware with the opportunities, but it also helps you in identifying the threats. So it's understanding and analyzing. It would be a main, the deciding factor on which you can plan, on which you can formulate your policy, or you can take the decision. So it work actually as a guidelines for your decision making. So obviously it will help in your planning and policy formulation. A clear understanding and analysis of any business environment will help to formulate its future plans and strategy to cope up with all type of external changes. So the major strategies or plan and policies in the organization are formed keeping in mind business environment, because the policies and the strategy have to be implemented in the presence of environment factor. So these must be made, means the policy should be formulated keeping in the mind the environmental factors. Like nowadays many business are like the government has recently announced the economic package for MSME. So all this micro and small scale, medium scale industries should take this opportunity, and they should plan, they should formulate the policies accordingly so that they can take the maximum advantage of the government policy which has come up recently. Anytime if a country is going through a political changes, business can analyze the beliefs or values of possible new leaders and prepare themselves for those changes. So all these will means the understanding of business environment will help business in a better planning and better policy formulation. Next is that it helps in improving the performance of the business. See, a business which is dynamic and adopts changes, that would be only able to meet the market demands and give their competitors a challenge or an edge, whereas a business which continues to follow traditional methods of business and offers the same product may not be able to succeed for long. You have seen in the previous examples which I have quoted. So thus the continuous monitoring of business environment and adopting suitable business practice will help business not only to improve their present performance but also continue to succeed in the market for a longer period. So any business who adopt new technology to promote products with new features and better quality would be able to increase their sales volume definitely. See, if you don't completely understand the business environment, it would be very difficult for any business manager to achieve the desired goals. So business manager need to make a conscious effort to study and analyze its environment all the time and initiate the necessary changes in its functioning of by adopting the best business practices. And this will not only improve the present performance, but it will also help the business in a long period also, in future also. And this also you can understand that how it is going to help helps in improving performance of the organization.